So as a warning, if you give this to your date, you might get married. I'm letting you know. Hey guys, my name is Tayo, and if you're single like me, we all know dating has been a bit of a challenge during this time. Why? Because restaurants are closed, we physically can't be near each other, and there's a lot of safety protocols that's in place. So when my friends at Tasty asked me what would be my ideal date night, I had to get a tad bit creative with this one. So today I'm gonna show you how to make my ultimate home-cooked tropical date night recipes, whether you're cooking with somebody in person or if you're cooking with somebody virtually. We're gonna begin by making a fried plantain salad. So I love to travel. You know, the Caribbean islands is one of my favorite places to visit, and a lot of the recipes and the dishes and the flavors, they really connect back to my Nigerian roots. I want somebody to be able to connect back to my upbringing, taste the flavors of, who I am. And also, you want to make a good first impression. So first step, let's go ahead and slice up this plantain. The reason why I love plantains is because growing up in Nigeria, we grew up on plantains. It's like one of my favorite to this day. The thing about plantains is you always want to go with the ones that are like right nicely. Those plantains have the best flavor. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this oil nice and hot before we put our plantains on. So the temperature you want to have this baby at is medium high. So while I'm waiting for my oil to heat up, let's talk about virtual dating. So I've been on a virtual date before. It's fun. It's also a great way to stay connected with somebody. So I encourage you guys to give it a try as well too. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of Snapchat. The oil is ready to go. So let's go ahead and put the plantains in for 2 to 3 minutes on both sides until it's nice and golden. So cooking together, whether you're in person or virtual, it's a great icebreaker. It's also a great way for you guys to be able to bond and spend time together. So let's go ahead and get these baby turned over. As you can see here, this color texture is exactly what you want. If my date doesn't like plantains, we can't date, honestly. So our plantains are ready. So we're just gonna go ahead and get this onto a paper towel. This is a love language right here, ladies and gentlemen. So if you really wanna make somebody happy, you wanna make them smile, your plantains have to look like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and fry my onions and pepper for 3 to 4 minutes until it's soft. And after that, go ahead and make the dressing. We're gonna start off by adding apple cider vinegar, add in some honey, some Dijon mustard, some salt. Gently whisk this all together. Gently want to add in some oil. You really don't want to dump the whole oil in there. It's like being on a first date. You want to take it nice and slow. You don't want to go in too fast. So the dressing is complete. Now let's bring it all together. Plate it with some arugula. Add in your peppers and onions, and then your plantains. And you can plate this whatever way you feel. But this is where you can show off your creativity. Take some avocados, take some green onions, add a little bit of pistachio for some crunch. Then you're gonna add in some cilantro. And last but not least, your dressing. Here is my fried plantain salad. Promise you, when your date tastes this, it's gonna put a big smile on your face, and it's a great way to kick off the evening together. So if you think this looks good, wait till you see what the entree is. The main dish, the dish that's gonna win them over, coconut curry shrimp. Back home in Nigeria, we cook with a lot of flavor and a lot of taste, and this dish speaks to that exactly. We're going back to the islands. So we're gonna start things off with a butter. So you want your butter to melt completely over medium heat. Once that is done, we're gonna add in our onions. So I love onions. So we're just gonna let this cook until it's nice and soft. My advice for somebody that's going on a first date is just be yourself, have fun, just live in the moment. So the onions are nice and soft. Now let's add in another butter in there. Gently stir this together. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my green and red peppers and cook this for 3 to 4 minutes until it's soft. Cooking is a great time for you to get to know somebody. You know, sometimes you laugh when things go right, sometimes you laugh when things go wrong. So if you're not a good cook, it's totally fine. Cooking is a team activity. It's a great time for you two to bond together and get to know each other. So our pepper and onions are ready. Now let's build the main core of this dish. So I'm adding in unsweetened coconut milk, some fish sauce, some lemon juice, black pepper, some salt, some sugar. We cooked this back in Nigeria, and one of my favorite recipes and dish, some jollof rice. We're gonna add some curry in this. this baby right here, some chicken bouillon. But in Nigeria, we call this maggi. We literally cook this with everything. Now we're just gonna stir it all up together. And you see, the thing about cooking too is have fun with it. If you ever had like good food, like great, delicious food, it's made by someone that's just genuinely just happy. I remember going to Colombia. Went out for breakfast one morning. I heard like this lady singing at the back. I don't know if it was somebody's mom, somebody's auntie, somebody's grandma. And when the dish came out, when I said that had to be one of the best meals I've ever had, I was like, girl, I love you. And as you can see here, our curry coconut sauce is coming together nicely. So I'm gonna bring the sauce to a boil, and then we're just gonna reduce the heat and let this simmer for 10 minutes. So while we wait for our sauce to be complete. On the first date, things might get awkward, but it's okay. Don't panic, it happens. It's a great time for you to ask personal questions to get to know the person. Ooh, the sauce is ready. Smells delicious. So now we're just gonna add in the shrimp. So the shrimp's in the sauce, we're just gonna let this cook for 3 to 4 minutes until it's pink and ready to go. It's like when you're on your first date. You wanna look nice, you wanna present yourself nicely. So I'm gonna show you a trick on how to elevate this dish so your food looks just as good as you do. You want a nice little small bowl, right? So you take your brown rice, put your brown rice in a bowl. If you don't have a small bowl at home, you can use a small cup. And what you do is you press down on it nice and firm. So what you do is you take your plate. Here's the magic. Flip slowly. Nah, I don't like it. Let's do that over. Slowly, boom. And now let's add in the curry coconut shrimp. And you want to add in the sauce, pour it around the edges real quick. This is looking delicious. So I'm gonna garnish this with some fresh cilantros, add in some pop of color, and to complete this dish. This is it. This dish right here, this is the winning dish. This is gonna win your date over. All right, we're not done yet. So what's a good meal without a good drink? So our choice of drink tonight is a mango guava ombre cocktail. So this cocktail is easy to make, it's refreshing. So we're just gonna go ahead and add in our mangoes into the blender, add in some water. So all we're doing right now is just making a puree. Boom. You're gonna throw some ice in your cup. So I'm adding in my guava nectar, splash of lime. Slowly pour in your grenadine. Now you're gonna spoon in your mango puree, 2 cherries at the top, and some mint. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, your super simple mango guava ombre mocktail. So this is great, but if you want to take it to that next level, add in your choice of liquor. For me, I'm gonna go with a shot of tequila. Now it's time to bring it all together. So ladies and gentlemen, here's the final spread. We have here our fried plantain salad, curry coconut shrimp served with brown rice, and the mango guava ombre mocktail. So these recipes are sure enough to impress your date in person, and they're super easy to make if you're far apart on a virtual date. So we're just gonna do a little taste test. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Curry coconut shrimp here. So when you're speechless, this food is delicious. So as a warning, if you give this to your date, you might get married. I'm letting you know. Just make sure you send me an invite too. All right guys, let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Tayo's Creation. And until next time, peace. By the way, we're on a date right now, so what are you thinking about? Have you tried this mocktail yet? Amazing.